Hi, year 10. Right, so we're starting a new topic here on mains electricity. Now, you join me in my living room with my little boy as well, so if you hear a few noises, it's because he's here with me. So, we're looking at plugs and power for this first lesson, all right? So, I'm going to upload this PowerPoint for you, and then I'm just going to talk about through it, but the first section is pretty simple. You just need to complete those questions in your green book, please. All right, and then when you get through it, the answers will come up on the clicks, which I'm not going to go through. Okay, but there they are. Okay, so try your best to do them without looking at that and then self-assess it when you've finished. All right, these are objectives to look at the earth wire and label parts of a plug. Now, I can understand this might be tricky from home, but I'll see if I can put a little worksheet on Google Classroom for you to help you out. So the first thing we're looking at, there's one equation to look at in this lesson, and it's the power equation here. Exciting physics teachers. So what I want you to do, please, in your books, is just write down the information that's in that yellow box there on the slide, and then you can also write the formula triangle down as well. Okay, so we might use exciting physics teachers to remember this one. Okay, so watts is also known as joules per second, but we use the word watts instead of joules per second. Okay. So I've made one of these Every sheets for you to use for this. Okay, so that's attached. If you can't print it off, then you can go through it in your book and make sure you write down each stage here where we've got the different levels. So we've got E, V, E, R, and then Y for units. So make sure you put those in your book so that you've got those stages, because I'm training you, remember, to get this right in your exam. The more you practice it like this, the better you'll get in your exam. Okay, and then you've got a couple of them blank there, and there's a couple more challenge ones. The answers are there, use them to self-assess. Okay, right, now we've got the parts of a plug. Now, it'd be great if you could print this off, but if you can't, then there's not a lot we can really do about this other than try and label some of these and make sure you've got the right information in the right places. Okay, these brass parts here, these are the pins, all right, and then the wires are here. So we've got earth pin, earth wire. Earth wire is always yellow and green, all right, and it's two colours for a reason, so that you can tell that there is a difference between that wire and the other two wires. Okay, then we've got neutral, which is always blue, and the neutral pin, right? Blue bottom left, remember that, BL bottom left, and live pin and live wire and the fuse. Okay, the fuse is always connected through the live wire because the current will come in through there, and if there's a difference in the current, or the current gets too high, then the fuse will melt. That's the word you have to use, year 10, melt. You can't use blow or explode, you won't get any marks. The outer case and the cable grip. Now, they're all made of plastic because plastic is our insulator. Well done, yes, excellent, okay. So we have to make sure they're made out of plastic. Now, these are really important. Make sure you got notes on this in your book. The live wire is brown. It carries the alternating potential difference. The neutral wire is blue, and that carries 0 volts. The earth wire is green and yellow. That's a safety device to stop the appliance from becoming live if there's a fault. Now, this only happens when the casing of the appliance is made of metal. If it's made of plastic, then sometimes appliances don't have an earth wire. They only have 2 wires, the neutral and the live. Okay, make sure you get those notes in your book. Here you go. So sometimes the core is only 2 neutral and live because the appliance is what we call doubly insulated. Okay, so here is just a little bit of a table you can draw in your book and put the right different materials in there, all right? Okay, and this is how earthing works. So one of the last tasks that I want you to do, look at this series of statements, and I want you to write them out in your book in the correct order, okay? Now, the answers come up on the slide, so you can double check if you're not sure for the next bit, okay? And here you go, so you can double check those, and then the plenary tasks, there's some plugs here. Just write plug number 1, what the fault is. All right, that's all I want you to do. Thank you very much. There's a bit of a true and false if you really want to do that. Loads of stuff to do in this lesson. Okay, so I'm just going to stop my son now from destroying my house. All right, somehow figure out how to turn this screencastify off. Okay, right. Thanks very much, year 10.